I'm Christine Sloan. Mona is off. We begin with the growing impact of Hurricane Ida 1 week after the storm made landfall. His mother telling ABC News she's sharing Ya's photo in hopes it will help solve the cases. Breaking overnight, Taliban fighters are now claiming to control the last holdout in Afghanistan. Sources say talks between the U.S. and Russia continue. Meanwhile, Griner's lawyers are vowing to appeal the sentence. The jury could get the case later today. The charges against Smollett for allegedly lying to police carry a 3-year prison sentence. But if found guilty, experts say he'd likely face probation or community service.
CBS 2's Christine Sloan is live in East Orange for us right now with more on what the grandmother is asking. Christine?
Dana, it was gut-wrenching to listen to the grandmother right here at this memorial, not too far from where the teenager was shot 4 times in the head. His grandmother asking President Joe Biden to take guns off of the streets, then talking about her grief.
It hurt to my core. I can't sleep at night. I'm not the only one. All over this country. How did these kids get gone?
A grandmother's unimaginable pain over the senseless murder of her grandson, Latrell Duncan, as he left school in East Orange last Monday.
We're a teenager. Why should they have gone to shot another teenager?
Duncan's father wiping away tears, unable to talk about his 16-year-old son, a rising basketball star. His grandmother, though, asking President Biden to stop guns from coming into her community.
President Biden, I'm pleading on behalf of Latrell Elijah Duncan. Please, sir, from the bottom of my heart, and I know you're a just man, please do something. Latrell's job was to bury me. I'm not me. The worst thing I did last week was to pick out the coffin for him. Do you know how that feels?
Who is bringing these guns into our community?
Say his name, Latrell
Elijah Duncan.
Community activist Duncan's basketball teammates and East Orange's mayor also at the vigil, vowing to work together. Surveillance video shows kids running after the gunfire, but the Essex County Prosecutor's Office releasing little information.
There's no justice. There's no justice. Nobody find who killed my grandson. I have to know who killed him and why they killed him.
Duncan's grandmother asking Republicans and Democrats to come together to stop the violence. She tells me his funeral will be held on Saturday. Live in East Orange, New Jersey, Christine Sloan, CBS 2 News. This morning, Alec Baldwin defending himself, saying he is cooperating with the investigation into the shooting death of cinematographer Halyna Hutchins on a New Mexico film set in October.
Any suggestion that I am not complying with requests or orders or demands or search warrants about my phone, that's a lie.
The Santa Fe County Sheriff's Department issued a warrant last month to seize and search the actor's cell phone for current and possibly deleted images and messages related to the production of the movie Rust. Baldwin now explaining why he still has not turned over his phone to authorities.
They've got to go through the state you live in. That is a process that takes time. They have to specify what exactly they want. You can't just go through your phone. We are 1,000% going to comply with all that work.
At the center of the investigation, how live ammunition got loaded into a gun that was handed to Baldwin.
How could this have happened?
Someone put a live bullet in a gun, a bullet that wasn't even supposed to be on the property.
In an exclusive interview in December, Baldwin told George Stephanopoulos he does not expect to face criminal charges.
Someone is responsible for what happened, and I can't say who that is, but I know it's not me.
Baldwin insisting in his latest Instagram video that the only way to honor Hutchins is to find out the truth.
That's what I'm working toward, insisting on, demanding that the organizations involved in this investigation do everything in their power to find out what really happened.
Authorities in New Mexico have said they're working with the sheriff's department in New York to obtain materials from Baldwin's phone. That request is now reportedly in the hands of the local DA. Mona, Andrew.
The 18-year-old is listed in stable condition here at Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital. He was hit in the head during a routine defensive play. He has use of his upper limbs right now, but not his lower body. But his parents remain strong. I spoke to them earlier today.
Aaron is doing very well. Each day he's taken little steps forward, to get himself to rehab and to regain strength in his legs.
Their son, 18-year-old Aaron Ventries, suffered a severe spinal cord injury in September, playing football for St. John Vianney High School in Homedale, New Jersey. Here he is, number 18, throwing a ball to a receiver during another game.
He fractured his C6 vertebrae.
But his parents are hopeful.
You'll definitely walk.
And Aaron's getting a big boost from the NFL.
Hey, Aaron, what's up? It's Tiki Barber.
Aaron, what's up, man? We hear you're a big football fan. You know who this guy is. Craig Olsen.
Former NFL football players and broadcasters.
You're going to be on your feet in no time.
Wishing him well.
On behalf of myself and the entire Gronkowski family, that we are hoping and praying for you.
Aaron's dad says his eyes lit up when he saw the video.
He was elated. It really, really made his day. It was wonderful for those guys to take the time to do that for my son.
Support's coming from their community of Manasquan as well. For Aaron, who's not only a superb athlete, but also a National Honor Society member. Coaches wearing T-shirts with his initials and friends raising $140,000 for his care.
The outpouring of support from all over has been overwhelming. He's been such a pleasure to raise over these 18 years. And, it breaks our heart to see him like this right now. But, yeah, he will come through.
Now, former Rutgers University football player Eric LeGrand has also reached out. Now, he was paralyzed after a football injury, and Aaron's parents say that really gives them a lot of hope. We're live in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Christine Sloan, CBS 2 News.
We join in on that, wishing him the best. Christine, thank you.
This morning, the Uvalde School Board firing School Police Chief Pete Arredondo.
I move that good cause exists to terminate the non-certified contract of Pete Arredondo effective immediately.
The decision coming 3 months after 19 children and 2 teachers were gunned down at Robb Elementary School. Family and survivors packing the school board meeting, demanding justice.
I have messages for Pete Arredondo and all the law enforcement that were there that day. Turn in your badge and step down. You don't deserve to wear one.
The outraged community taking the mic while the board met in closed session to determine the school police chief's fate.
Our babies are dead. Our teachers are dead. The least y'all can do is show us the respect to do this in the public. If it was one of your children, heads would be rolling right now.
Arredondo not showing up, but his attorney released a 17-page statement saying, quote, Chief Arredondo will not participate in his own illegal and unconstitutional public lynching and respectfully requests the board immediately reinstate him with all back pay and benefits and close the complaint as unfounded.
I think that the termination was long coming. I think it should have been done immediately.
Arredondo has been heavily criticized for lacking leadership during the shooting, telling the Texas Tribune that he never considered himself the scene incident commander. A blistering report found a command post was never set up, leading to a breakdown in communication between officers. Arredondo testified that the officers prioritized evacuating children over taking down the attacker. Arredondo is now threatening a lawsuit. Meanwhile, some of the victims' families are now planning a $27 billion lawsuit. Christine Sloan, ABC News, New York.